What's going on, gamers? We got a lot to talk about, a whole bunch of stuff to cover after this showcase. So let's get some playing in the background. One, let me know what you guys think. What did you think about that? One, I will say it right off the bat. It was better than the Summer Game Showcase, and it was better than Sony Showcase. And that's good for Microsoft, you know what I mean? They're making improvements when it comes to showcases. Remember, they used to have trash shows like years ago. Now they've made a huge improvement. They've been watching directs, they've been watching other things, and they've learned, and I'm glad to see that. We had a lot of cool games getting announced, and then we had the Aces ROG Ally also getting revealed right here. There's also a deep dive if you guys want to see behind the scenes futures of it. Remember, this is the PC model, so you cannot carry over your Xbox library, only what's play anywhere. So it's basically what you can do on PC right now, you'll be able to do on that. And it'll have Game Pass on it too. You're not going to be getting told like Dreamcast slurping lies that the Game Pass is not on the Aces ROG Ally. I'm like, what are you talking about? Yes, it is. So that was good to know that that's happening. I think it'll be a bit expensive though. I'm $600-700 probably. Just saying, look out for that, y'all. But there's nothing wrong with having more variety in the gaming industry, and people who are only in the Xbox community will be able to play Steam games basically on that handheld if you only have Xbox, and that's your way of getting access to PC and maybe PlayStation games if Sony allows it. I don't trust Sony, so don't get too excited for that. But there's way more to be excited about on Steam than just PlayStation games because it's a massive library. Like you could get the Black Myth Wukong and all those other things that weren't out if it wasn't, but we know that's coming now. Debunked all that. That's over with. Phantom Blade Zero. You see what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You won't be getting on Xbox because it's only on PlayStation and PC. So with that, you would at least be able to tap into that library and get that experience here. A higher fidelity handheld experience. Or you just don't have it at all because you don't have a PC. So I could see people going for that. Possibly maybe for that specific reason, just to cover this right off the bat. I like the way it looks. Looks just like a ROG Ally. Looks cool, sleek, fresh. Yeah, hopefully people enjoy that. I'm personally not interested in it. I don't need it. I have my laptop and my desktop. You know what I mean? My Switch 2. What do I need that for? I could do everything on my laptop. It's a bonus device. It's not like it has a dedicated market with its own game. So to me, it's not anything I need. So but depending on the situation that people are in, like I said, if you were only in a console world or you maybe only on one platform, you didn't have access to PC or PlayStation or whatever, you know what I mean? That's a good way to get into it. So I think it's a cool option. Now, going to cover what we're going to cover next. Now, we have a lot that was shown here. Xbox Game Showcases, Gears of War Deep Dive. Get into that, by the way, guys. There are some other things going on in here that might surprise you, so look out for that. I was excited for that. PlayStation Gamers, what's going down? You talking to a Gears legend here. I was #1 in the world in Gears 2, by the way, y'all. Swear to God, didn't make that up. A lot of people that know me in real life know that, so if y'all need me to get them on camera to tell you that, yeah, okay, but there's no reason to lie about that. I stayed up 72 straight hours. It was nuts. I was so excited for Gears 2. I remember that back in 2009 because I was such a Gears 1 fanatic. Before that, I was an Unreal Tournament fanatic. And I don't know if people knew, Cliff Bleszinski was the one behind Gears. He's the main guy. He's not there anymore, and he was behind Unreal Tournament. Gears 1 was supposed to be the next Unreal, but they ended up turning it into Gears of War. And I have put in thousands and thousands and thousands of hours into Gears of War multiplayer back in the days. I haven't played it in years, so obviously I got to dust off my shoulders a little bit, and then body and wall bounce some ponies. Y'all know how that goes, but man, we used to do it for hours, shotgun battles, throwing the melee, canal, sniper, or just, wall bounce, one-on-ones in the middle, everything. It was all in that game. Got my Seriously achievement. Yeah, that's all we need to say on that. Highlight 2, that looks cool. You know what I mean? Part 1 was cool. That was on Xbox. Black Ops 7, I mean, damn, they're just kind of like milking that franchise, huh? I personally did not give two damns about that because I don't care about Call of Duty. 16, I told y'all it was coming. There it is. Day 1. Enjoy that. Guys, I have the platinum on this game on PlayStation. I had it day 1. You are going to have a blast. Remember, you're about to be experiencing from Sid the voice of the century. There's no voice like that guy's voice. If y'all know who I'm talking about, Ralph Ineson. He also played whatchamacallit in Diablo. Forgot his damn name. But y'all know who I'm talking about. And he played on that one movie, The Witch or Witch, 15th, 16th century in England. He just has that voice. When he talks, trust me, there's no resisting it. All right, and then we get Final Fantasy VII Remake coming in winter. So you guys see it was a real deal. A lot of people thought that Microsoft was going to get skipped over because Nintendo had got Final Fantasy VII guaranteed the trilogy for the Switch 2. And they're like, well, what about Xbox? Oh, it's coming. Don't worry. Square just wants to make profit. You know what I mean? And they're going to take a paycheck from Microsoft to get that over there. So that's available now, guys. Go support this game. It's a good game. It's not like other Final Fantasy, so it's more simplified, but it's still good though. What you would expect from the 14 team. This is the Final Fantasy 14 team with Yoshi and his team. They did this, the creative team assembly. So it's not the same team that did this, which is Tetsuya's team and all that. Now, Invincible fighting market's tough. It does look cool though. You know what I mean? This is coming everywhere. Obviously, these are all third party. But I choose the Marvel game over that and Smash and whatever. So it's a tough market, but we'll see what happens. I don't know, man. That fighting market is tough, y'all, and it's saturated. I would like to see Rare do something else, definitely for their 40th year. They should have stayed with Nintendo, just saying. Persona 4 Revival, fire. Looks fire. Yeah, let's just go ahead and talk about this real quick. So if you guys have not played Persona before, start off with Persona 3 Remake. Then go to Persona 4. Then go to Persona 5. But if you already started off with Persona 5, go to 3, then go to 4. But you can choose whatever you want, you know what I mean? But Persona 4 was really good before 5 came out. This is where the series was really respected. And this was a Vita game. So I had it on PlayStation Vita, though the Vita was disappointing to me, but I still played Persona 4, loved it. I beat Persona 3 Portable, but I need to beat Persona 3 Remake, and I need to beat Persona 4 Remake. This looks peak. But this is something I'd probably want to play in handheld mode on my Switch too. I don't know. Since it's coming to Game Pass though, I might just take that. But if it's only like $10 on sale one day or 20, I may support it. It just depends. But Microsoft had Persona 3 on Game Pass and other Atlas deals, so this doesn't surprise me. But yeah, I mean, look, as much as people could say what they want, I know some people that were disappointed because there was no first-party games like Gears of War E-Day that they wanted. They wanted to see Everwild. You know what I mean? They wanted to see new IPs. They wanted to see Blade. Microsoft's not showing any of that. They already revealed so much this year, and they've dropped so much content from all the buying that they've done, doing much better than Sony's Bungie acquisition. But Bethesda is holding it down. They are kind of like getting my backpack right now, dropping so many games. So yeah, that was a good acquisition by Microsoft compared to Bungie. What's Bungie doing for Sony? Disappointing compared to Bethesda. You know what I mean? If we just want to be honest about it, I mean, Bethesda's coming heavy. They're dropping a shit ton of games. This looked cool, like something unique and interesting. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4 launch gameplay trailer. Looked good. We'll be playing that on Game Pass. Like I said, phenomenal service here for Microsoft and publishing. That it's only made one mistake, and I was deciding to jack up the price during the tariffs and charging $80 for games. I'm going to get another video on that. It's another one that popped up, guys. I can't believe it. But that's not what this video is about. This video is to talk about the showcase. Okay, solo leveling, that threw me off. I'm interested. I recently finished the anime not too long ago, so yeah, I'm in it. I'm in there. Yeah, I know about it. We know about solo leveling here. I liked what I saw. Mundane looks cool. 2 Hearts, Korean game. We see South Korea coming into the industry now. I welcome other nations because that's more nation DNA coming into games with new creativity, new worlds, lore. You know what I mean? Like when you see China DNA with Wukong and stuff like that, where you see like India, if they're coming in, it's going to be unique worlds because we're used to seeing American and Japanese worlds, right? We want to see a lot more unique worlds. So, or you know what I mean? Western and Japanese worlds. Now China's joining in, South Korea's coming in, Indian hero projects around the corner too, and we have other worlds joining in as well. So I'm looking forward to all of them coming in. I welcome everything. More creativity is welcome. Fallout 76, don't care. Planet Alana 2 looks cool. Mundane, we talked about that. Age of Mythology, Microsoft was keeping that going. There are no ghosts at the Grand. I thought that was hilarious. I was laughing at that the whole time. Because I'm like, what the hell, man? Aphelion, that looks cool. Elder Scrolls, Chronos. Okay, so this may be a money hat from what I'm hearing. Let's take a look real quick. Chronos, the New Dawn. Are we ready, you guys? Because I heard this might be a money hat. Chronos, the New Dawn. It is a money hat. Microsoft money hatted this against Sony. I think they're doing it probably for Silent Hill. Who cares? Personally, I don't care because it's like that's all they do. Nintendo does it because they know better. Just like I told you that one time, they took Monster Hunter from Sony in the handheld market and dropped the price for $100 and dumped on them because they didn't see that coming. They knew they needed that money. After Nintendo was like, nope, I'm taking Monster Hunter 4. It's mine. What are you gonna do about it? Get punked, and I'm gonna outsell you anyways because I always do. And as a matter of fact, I'm dropping the price for $100. Boy, they end up selling extra 30 million real quick. Flew past like console-wise. This literally destroyed them with that strategy. So personally, I think Sony needs a mirror. I'm okay with the Space Marine money hat, and I'm okay with this. Yeah, mirror, mirror, man. Don't be a hypocrite either, ponies. I'm just saying that know how that shit feels. That's why I have PC. Like I tell people, guess what? I just do this. Let's get right on it. But yeah, they money added it. That's funny. That's two games now. We saw PC also get some money hats as well. That it's not coming. So I think everybody's still playing that game. Expect that to happen. The difference is that Microsoft doesn't do it like crazy. Nintendo barely does it. PC doesn't do it like crazy. Sony abuses it. So it's like, bro, if you still want to play that game after getting other games, okay, they should do it. As a matter of fact, guys, listen to me. I think what Microsoft is doing right now, play anywhere, putting their games all over the platforms, is right. When I started, if I would start the new generation, if I was Satya, if he was wise enough in a video game sense, he's brilliant everywhere else, but video games, I don't know. Because some of the stuff I see him doing, I'm like, no. And you'll see what I mean by getting ready for the next video after this by taking a look at the price of Outer Worlds 2. Go do it, guys. What I think they should do is get a bunch of timed exclusive Xbox hybrid deals next generation, 3 to 6 months. Sony's going to do it, might as well. PC, yes, but it's not coming to PlayStation to 3 to 6 months later. Nintendo day one, no problem. Just play that game. Do it. Turn them. Sometimes in life, guys, you got to just turn the mirror at somebody. They maybe think you're being. I was like, oh no, no, no. All I'm doing is just turning the mirror. Now you see what you did. That's who you are. You know what I mean? And they can't handle it. They'll dish it out all day, turn it on them for a little bit, they'll start crying. It's like, yeah, look how weak you are. You can't even handle it for a little bit, but you want to dish it out that long. It shows you how much stronger those people are that were taking that for that long compared to somebody who can't even handle it for a little bit. There's some balance inside. Just saying. Talking to the fanboys. Y'all know what I'm saying. But yeah, that looks cool. That money out of that. Grounded 2, that's not going to be coming either, at least from what I can understand. So there's going to be games that are not coming. Phil Spencer did say that. I don't know if y'all remember that. Clockwork, I feel like this got too much airtime. But it looks cool, though. Beast of Reincarnation. This is a game by the Pokemon devs, by the way. Nintendo does not hold people hostage, as you see. They allowed them to branch out from underneath Nintendo and said, we want to make a game for all platforms. I remember Game Freak making that statement, and Nintendo doesn't care. They have another game, too, they're going to make for other platforms. They're allowing them to branch out and not just be a Pokemon factory. Says a lot about relationships. You never see them have layoffs. You don't see them try saying, oh, no, this can't go to Xbox. I didn't say that. Why is the Pokemon devs making a game that's coming to Xbox? Also, it's coming to all platforms, but you get what I mean, though. It tells you a lot about the way the company works. They're not like Sony. They don't need to do that because they can create their own games and be successful. They beat Sony. So, The Blood of Dawnwalker, this has potential, but it looked a little rough. Super Meat Boy, we'll see. Ninja Gaiden 4, fire. 10 out of 10. We don't got to say that. On the Indiana Jones DLC, we're going to see what happens. Love the game. It looked good. But yeah, Outer Worlds 2, we're going to see what happens. It's looking like it's better than part 1. And that's pretty much to talk about this part of the showcase. This is why I went to this page, because it basically gives us a highlight of everything Microsoft had revealed here. And I like what I saw. Overall, I thought it was like a B minus, C plus showcase. You know what I mean? I'd say B minus. You know, I can give them that. As far as the deep dives after, I felt like you should have done that Outer Worlds deep dive before the game came out. Grounded, same thing. You're kind of like dragging it out a bit. It's like, oh man, it's like a 3-4 hour show almost at that point when you're doing that. But you know, I still enjoyed it. Everybody that joined, thank you guys. Any tips you gave me, thanks again, guys. I didn't look. Any subs, thanks again. Any support I've been getting on my recent videos, like I saw Demo come up in my stream, drop me a 5. Appreciate that, bro. If you're watching, shout out to him for that. And anybody else that has supported me secretly, thank you. I'll keep doing what I'm doing, being genuine with you guys, hanging out with you guys, replying to comments. You know what I mean? I do all that. Live streaming, giving you guys entertainment too. I know you see me get mad at Xbox. I'm just going to let you guys know, get prepared for that in an upcoming video, but understand why. Because after all this positive behavior, I don't understand the Outer Worlds 2 situation. And go look, you'll see what I mean. But other than that, great show, right? Sony is getting embarrassed this year. Microsoft is beating them in all scales besides hardware sales. Says they just can't, there's nothing you can do about that. I tell people, even if Sony didn't have a first-party exclusive this generation, they would all sell Xbox. Same thing with Nintendo. Though it would hurt them more because they're first-party. But what I'm saying is that people buy their consoles not for first-party. Exclusives only matter in the Nintendo world. It does not matter in the Xbox or PlayStation worlds, realistically. Up to like a small degree, a little bit. You know what I mean? But yeah. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm very happy for people who did not get to play Final Fantasy 16 and who did not get to play Final Fantasy VII that are actually going to be able to get that experience in the Xbox community. Because if you're a gamer, why would you want, even if you're mad at a platform, because people didn't do nothing to you, why would you want them to not get that experience? If you don't, and I've seen people say this in the PlayStation community, to me, you're not a real gamer. I can take you guys back to the 90s, right? Because I've been gaming since 1993. You're talking to a long time gamer here, 33 plus years. When I used to have experiences growing up, and it was local back then, and a game was so good, and you had that feeling inside, you didn't want to keep it to yourself. You saw some people who you knew like games, you went over to them. Hey man, this game was so good. I want you to try this game. He may have been on Sega Genesis. You may have been on Super Nintendo. But you still wanted them to experience that game. Or you may have had both of the same platforms. You may have had both. You let each other borrow each other's games, and you saw that he got to experience that experience, and you were kind of positive that he got to do that. You weren't sitting over there like, oh no, this has to stay on this label. This has to stay on this box. I don't want them to experience that. And it's like, I've never seen that happen back then. Like, it was not like that compared to what it was today, where people were more in a gamer spirit. They wanted people to experience games. They didn't want them to say, oh no, you're on that platform. I'm glad you don't get to experience this. Dude, this is a lot about you. So me as a gamer though, like I said, if you're in a gamer spirit, you want all platforms to do well, and you want games to do well, and you want devs to do well, and you want people to have a good time, and you want gaming to be growing all over the places. You see what I mean? So I don't want any platform to die, even though some can piss me off. But yeah, that no, because that just kills the competition, and you never know what could come out of that, even if it isn't the biggest community. But there we have it. All right, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. This is a good, positive video to talk about. Get ready for some other stuff, because I'm about to roast Microsoft again, and I have my reason. But not Phil Spencer, though. I'm going to roast Satya Nadella, and I have my reasons, too. So look out for that. All right, y'all. Peace out. Have a great day. Later.